Hi, I'm Joe Torre, and this is Baseball Talk. Today we'll talk baseball with Alan Trammell. In September of 1977, the Tigers called their Double-A affiliate, and Alan Trammell was on his way to the big leagues.
In complete awe, I was playing against guys like Carl Yastrzemski, Reggie Jackson, Thurman Munson. I guess I could go on and on about the guys that I had grown up watching. And to be in that situation, it took me a while to get my feet wet.
Alan's seventh season as the Tigers shortstop was 1984, the year that he and his teammates couldn't wait to get to the ballpark.
We went there expecting to win. We won 17 games in a row on the road, which is, I think, tied a league record. And it was just incredible. We had that feeling that if we got behind, we were going to come back and win. And it was just one of those dream seasons. I couldn't have written down a better script to start the season than what we accomplished. It was quite a thrill. And from that time on, we just seemed to, it was our year. We didn't care who we played. We felt we were going to beat them.
And beat them they did. The 84 Tigers won the World Championship, and Alan Trammell was selected the Series MVP.
As far as winning the championship and being selected the MVP is my biggest highlight of my career. And I think that once you get a taste of it once, you'd certainly like to get back there. We've been close a couple times, but we just haven't got quite that far. But 1984 was my highlight of my career.
In his years in baseball, Alan has seen lots of players with talent, and he knows that having talent is only the beginning.
One of the things that I would tell a youngster is that you might be good in your area, but you should never feel that you are the best you can be. You always feel that you can get a little better. And I tell kids, if you're from LA and you're a hot player there, that there's guys from Texas, there's guys from Florida, there's good players everywhere, and that you should always feel that you should work a little bit harder. And if you want it, you can get it. Everybody, there's nothing wrong with having that dream, but you've got to go out and work for it.
Thanks, Alan. For Baseball Talk, I'm Joe Torre.
Hello there, everybody. This is Mel Allen with Baseball Talk. 1986 World Series, Game 6, New York and Boston. The Red Sox lead 4-3, top of the 10th. Bob Murphy does the announcing.
By far and away the most intense game of the World Series. Now the wind-up, the pitch to Henderson, well hit, deep to left field, way back, going. Gone, a home run. The Red Sox are in front, 4-3.
With the score 5-3, bottom of the 10th, 2 on and 2 out, Bob Stanley faces Ray Knight.
Now the pitch on the way, and a soft line drive. It'll be a base hit into center field. Carter around third will score. Mitchell will go to third. A base hit by Ray Knight. The Mets now have the tying run on third.
The New York Mets are down to their last strike once again. This time outfielder Mookie Wilson is the batter.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Mets have only 1 strike left. Stanley is ready. The pitch gets away. Here comes Mitchell. Tie game. Unbelievable. A wild pitch.
With the Mets given a second life, Wilson resumes his at-bat, hoping to end the game with a base hit.
Mets are down to their final strike. 3-2 on Mookie Wilson. The pitch and a ground ball trickling. It is a fair ball. Gets by Buckner. Rounding third Knight. The Mets will win the ball game. The Mets win. They win. Unbelievable. The Red Sox in stunned disbelief. A slow ground ball went right through the legs of Buckner down the right field line. The Mets have won the ball game. 3 runs in the bottom half of the 10th inning.
And the Mets went on to win Game 7 and the World Series. This is Mel Allen for Baseball Talk.
Hello, I'm Don Drysdale, and this is Baseball Talk. Today we'll talk baseball with Willie McGee. In 1981, Willie was a forgotten man in the Yankee organization. In October of that year, they traded him to the St. Louis Cardinals.
I thought it was a little premature. I thought that it was the end of my career, to be honest with you, because they had took me off the roster, I think, that year, off the 40-man roster, and I thought it was just you know, that it was rock bottom. And it turned out that it was the best thing that could have happened to me.
Indeed it was, because next year, after just 13 games at AAA, Willie was in the majors.
Whitey Herzog being the type of manager he was, and we had David Green, who was the original starting center fielder, got hurt. He put me right in, you know, and I didn't have time to think or anything. And you know, it was something that I worked toward all my life. You know, even from a child, you have dreams and stuff. And I was just fortunate enough to get off to a good start, and you know, to have success over a long period of time that year. You know, be pretty consistent that year, and I kept a job.
Willie continued to do his job right through the season and into the World Series, where he helped his team to the championship.
Just seemed like everything just peaked, you know, it went from me being in the minors to me getting an opportunity to play in the big leagues, to me helping the club win a pennant, to me playing in the playoffs, doing a decent job, and it just peaked out in the World Series in the 7th game, and it was just a fairy tale year.
And if 82 was a fairy tale year for the Cards, then 1985 was a dream come true for Willie, as he led his team back to the World Series and was voted the National League's most valuable player.
I was due for a year like that, I feel. You know, I was just destined because I worked so hard. And now, you know, my goal was coming up is just to be consistent, you know, just to do something every day positive and just to do my job consistently and don't have too many droughts and you know, just be a good ball player.
Thanks a lot, Willie. For Baseball Talk, I'm Don Drysdale.
Hello, I'm Joe Torre, and this is Baseball Talk. Today we'll talk baseball with Mike Witt. On the last day of the 1984 season, Mike went to the mound in Texas looking for his 15th win. Through 4 innings, not a single Ranger had reached base.
I realized I had a no-hitter going from about the 4th or 5th inning on, and a perfect game I really didn't know until about the 7th or 8th, just exactly where I was on that. But the no-hitter, every pitcher I think that's throwing a no-hitter knows that they have it, just a matter of blocking it out of your mind. But I think I knew from about the 4th or 5th on in that regard.
In baseball, there is an unwritten rule that says you don't talk to a pitcher in the middle of a no-hitter. After 7 perfect innings, his teammates got real quiet.
I know that looking on the tape, they showed flashes of the dugout, and there was 2 people sitting right next to me just looking straight ahead like I wasn't even there, and I didn't realize that until after I looked at it on tape, but I was really just concentrating, and if they had said something to me, I probably wouldn't have heard them anyway.
Mike had retired 26 batters in a row when he faced pinch hitter Marv Foley.
The last 2 hitters, I really sort of blanked out as far as mechanics and stuff. I just wanted to get it over so badly that I was just throwing balls up there, and luckily he swung at a ball that was not where I wanted it, but he grounded out to Rob Wilfong, who threw to Bobby Grich, and I watched the ball go from Wilfong's hand to Grich's glove, and I knew that it was something that I would probably never do again, and next thing I knew, Bob Boone was hitting me from the side, and then Gritchy came over and jumped on top, and everybody just huddled around, and it was mass confusion after that, and just trying to get my wits about me after that. And I had a lot of newspaper reporters and TV people on the field. My wife was there. Went over and got her, gave her a big kiss and a hug, and she sat with me in the dugout while I was doing the interviews after the game. But it was